This
Oh,
conference
that is
will
what I
now be
told you. I
recorded.
forgot. So in half an hour, you will get it.
Okay, okay.
Yesterday's
Yeah.
recording you are talking, 30th. Yeah, this one. This recording I just downloaded and it will be uploaded in 30 minutes.
Okay, okay. I was just checking like whether it is available or
Yeah,
not, so I can go through our Saturday.
yeah. Just that is what I will tell you. GoToMeeting doesn't give me API. Dropbox API I have. Dropbox anyway automatically syncs, but I have API which updates. The problem is what is called GoToMeeting. They don't have any API, so I have to go manually and do it. I most often forget.
Okay.
My big focus is on a lot of program I write. So once I start writing program, I don't look left, right. I don't even concentrate on. Sometimes that is why you will see I'm working on and I miss. Somebody has to remind me that you have a batch, and then I come. So you will see sometimes I'm not there. Somebody has logged in, my son, my wife, or somebody else reminds me.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, I'm sorry for that. So yesterday we were talking about class, right?
Yes.
So operand was not working. If you people can just go and run all yesterday
Actually,
one.
Thakur, I need a help. So I am
Yeah,
trying
please.
to log into Jupyter Notebook, but it is not allowing me to log in. Not sure what happened.
Which Jupyter? The one I gave you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Show me, please.
I think earlier I was used for the username and password which was already
Your
there, but now
password, you try it, not getting.
not getting actually.
Okay, let me try to see I can set up password or not.
Okay.
Because I'm not very sure what does it give. Should allow me.
I think it's worked now.
No. Control panel, admin, Rajesh, right?
Yeah. Now it is working. Yeah.
Oh, working? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, great. So that's okay. So let us go back, and you people have this file, so open it, please.
Yes.
And quickly let us recap. So what we did, we created a class, and the only thing you need to remember is colon and pass. They work like curly braces, and the tab is what decides where the boundary ends. Okay. We also learned that there was no new keyword. Okay. And we were having constructor without new.
Yes.
Then we learned that if there's something called object 1, object 2, true or false, because this ID is important. 0x is hexagonal. That is signed for hexagonal number. Okay, and this is the ID. Okay. And then we realized that we can check the properties and methods of any object, like we did the dir, and that is true for packages, library, everything. I love this one. Introspection cannot be a reflection or introspection cannot be easier than this in any programming language. I know almost all OOPs have this, but no one does better than Python. Okay, only thing I miss, it should have told us which one is property and which one is method. It doesn't tell you, but fine. Still, there is a method to find out callable, then it doesn't become as easy. We also learned that every class which does not have a parent has implicit parent called object. If you don't write, it is there. Okay.
Yes.
And all these things come because It is child of a parent object class, and whatever child class parent class has, child class will have. Okay. Then we understood that when we call this method is called. Okay. And we also learned that like any other programming language, the memory location is passed to the constructor. The runtime creates memory allocation and then passes that memory address to the constructor. That happens without mentioning it in any OOPS programming language. In Python, you have to pass it anonymously, implicit passing, but you have to receive explicit. And thanks to Siddharth, we came to know self is not sacrosanct. Okay, in Java, etc., this is sacrosanct. You cannot change this because you never name it. So you have to use conventional name, which the runtime is already configured with. But in Python, we know now that self is not sacrosanct. You can give anything, right? We also learned that we can write any function same way as this. What is difference between why we are using underscore and why we are not using here? Underscore are reserved for the libraries, etc. Suppose you are creating a library which others will use, and you mark some method as private or member as private, you will use underscore. Now underscore both sides means that it comes from Python standard package. Remember, there are three types. One is Python standard package or standard library. Anything private comes from which you shouldn't use generally. Comes with both sides double underscore.
Okay.
If you write your own library and you want to use something private, you should use one side underscore, double underscore. And if you are writing a program and you want something private, you should use a one single underscore. There is no hard and fast rule because there is nothing private in Python. Even with double underscore both sides or double underscore or single underscore, they all are available. What Python says? Python says that everybody is adult enough to understand the risks. So if you are using something underscore or underscore on double underscore on both sides, you know you are running into risk of doing something which the creator advised you against. Some bug comes, don't blame the package. Okay, there is no restriction on using that. It is advice. Are we clear? There is difference between advisory and restriction. Okay, so let's go ahead. So we have created this. I'm reverting back to self. Or we checked XYZ was also working. So I reverted back to self, and we found out that we can override all of these. Anything is here, you can override. And how will you override? By redefining the same. Anybody has question up to this? No?
The member function also, do we need to pass the self argument every time?
Yes. Self argument is
for all the member functions, do we need to pass as the first argument?
Object functions, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you need to pass, because you need to tell that this is memory object. This is not only in this programming language. In every programming language that is passed. Like in Java, you see this is passed. Only thing, you neither tell when you pass You neither tell when you receive. In Python, when you pass it, you don't tell. But when you receive, you tell that you have received something.
Okay.
That is the difference. But in all programming languages, memory location is passed. Otherwise, nobody will know which object it has to operate. Okay? So let us go to, we try to do something greater than or equal to, it did not work. Right? Yes? So this is type error which does not work. So I'm putting a comment. Okay, and I'm putting comment here also. Run, fine. Hold on, something went wrong. Oh, I did not run all of them. So kernel, restart and run all I'm doing. You people can do that. Everything working fine till end. Okay. If somewhere is error, please go and check. Either comment, put notes or something. Okay. So we need to support that. So what I'm doing, I'm copying this here. Copying and pasting here. Again, my first class. And what I'm doing, I'm removing all the comments. Okay. I remove all the comments. Any question anybody has?
No.
Okay, so now we are going and finding out which is greater than. And you see the function is greater than, right? ZE or GT. There will be two, only GE is there. GT is not there, right? So we cannot.
GT is there.
It is there.
GT,
Yes.
GT is there?
Yes. Yes. Next next to it. Get
Okay,
attribute.
GT is there. So we have to decide which one to do. Okay, let us do first GT. Okay. So we have to define same function and we have to give self colon and pass. Can you write it? Now look, the question is how to know what to write.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't know, so we will use something. Object1 dot zt, sorry, I will try to get help. Can I get help or not? So help are two ways, question mark or put inside help. See, what does it say? Can you see it? I'm doing help. It is not coming through. Nutan, are we clear here? Any doubt?
Last method approach.
So this is the method. Returns. What does it do? Lot of underscore are there. Self greater than value, right?
Okay.
Do you see? It takes two parameters. This says that it starts. Remove that slash. Okay. Forget that slash. Okay. We need two things. What are they?
Self and value.
What you will compare with?
The
Okay.
current value with the value we are comparing, right?
Yeah. So self. Now come back to we know something now. So the first thing is that I'm changing self and value. Are we clear?
Okay.
I went and saw in help, right? And two inputs are there. Forget about this. We will talk about that later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So self and value, two things are there. Yes
Yeah.
or no? Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Now, where is the value of my first class? Okay. Don't know?
Mm-hmm.
Something must be there. So let us write some condition. We have M. So let us assume that we will decide on the basis of M only. Do you understand? We will decide on the basis of M only. So
Okay.
if self dot M greater than value dot M,
Mm-hmm.
and if condition also comes like that only, enter, and then we will say return true.
True.
T comes with capital in Python. I can write else, else return false. Everybody is clear or not? Everybody is clear?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Now I will go and try to do this. Below I am writing call underscore GT method. What happened? Came false. Right? Let us write in new cell and see. Are you people clear about this?
With you. Okay. No, just 1 second. Done.
So value dot M is not defined anywhere, right?
Oh, this is the way you write. This is self and this is value. Two parameters you are passing, and this is greater than you are calling. Do you understand?
But
When you
value.
call
Yeah.
greater than operator, listen. This is similar to calling object one dot greater than underscore self is automatically passed and object two. Both are same. Do you see? What we are calling? Object one we are calling, and which method we are calling? Underscore greater than. This will be automatically passed, and this one we are passing. Do you understand? Not got.
Not
Print
exactly.
this one or print this one. Both should work same way. There is something which might prevent, but otherwise, oh, it is working. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay. Can you see it? Both are giving same result. Rajesh, you were asking something.
So
Are you not
self The self.m is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But value.m is not defined,
No,
right?
no, no, no. Where is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I mean, once the
Yeah,
object is
self.m is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yes.
yeah.
Good. Because both are same, it is giving you false, right? So why not do one thing? Let us change the constructor. We are changing the constructor. So we will pass some value, say x. Can you change the constructor, please? Self will be automatically passed, and we are passing x also. And let us make m equal to x. I change the constructor. Any question anybody has?
Okay.
Any question anybody has? If I
So if
run
both are
this,
equal, even if I print the object 1 equal to object 2, it is still showing false.
no, object 1 and hold on, please. First, let us fix it. We did this, yes or no? Can you do it, and I will come to your question. You
Okay.
done?
No, no.
Okay. So we are passing one extra parameter every time.
Okay.
If I try to run, obviously it will give me errors. It will tell that you did not give value of x.
Yes.
So I give
value.
10 and 20. Now you were telling equal to. So print obj1 display obj1 print obj2 and display obj2, and he was telling that equal to is coming different. Print, so I have obj1 and obj2. First we are doing equal to, and in the end we will do greater than. So let us, I'm printing all these, and I don't want you to spend a lot of time writing, so I'm giving you code just copy and paste. Once you have copied and pasted, please run and see what happens. It says object 1 invalid. Interesting.
Which one is invalid?
Object 1 is an invalid keyword. Wow.
Maximum request that exceeded.
Pardon?
I am getting a different error.
Okay. That one was giving error.
Is it equal or double equal to?
Pardon?
Is it equals or double equal to?
No. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now you.
Yep.
I was finding it very amazing that it gives error. So what do you say, guys?
Yep.
Now
I'm getting error. I don't know why.
I'm coming to you, but look at Rajesh before I come to you.
Okay.
No, this ID and this ID are different. They are different objects, so they are not equal. Are you getting?
Yeah. Yeah.
This greater than and this greater than are exactly same. This is two ways of calling same function.
Okay.
No, we have not defined equal to function. Equal
Hmm.
to condition. That's the reason it's giving us false.
Equal to
If you
already
define
there, right?
greater than equal
No,
to,
no, no, no. No, that is by default defined. That
which one?
checks ID equal to.
Oh, no, it checks. Okay,
No, no,
okay,
no.
okay. Yeah, equal to. Yeah,
That,
I got it. Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that was print method. Double equal to is that equal to. Okay.
Okay,
Now
but
here.
I tried one thing. I just changed the condition. If self m greater than equal
Okay.
to value m, right?
I'm going to Siddharth. Before that, I'm going to Rajesh. Rajesh, please let us know. So, see it. What the problem? He is facing the problem. Hide everybody. Can someone find the problem? Run it again.
And if I run
Working.
this, is what it is showing. Maximum recursion.
Okay. Yeah. Go there. Go there. Your tabs are wrong. Go up. Yeah. String method. First one is fine. First of all, start giving a space between plus and so on, so that you don't make a mistake. Yeah,
But
before
it
plus
was
also.
working earlier. I don't know.
Before plus also. Before SS. Yeah. Okay. So what you can do? Can you comment the second line?
This one?
Can you comment the second line? Yeah. Line number 10. Well, sorry, line number 12. No, don't do that. It must be in the beginning. Tab must be sacrosanct. Even in comment, tab should be with. Yeah, run. Run.
Yeah.
Run again. So you have no problem in second line. Let's go and fix that line. Go back. What you are doing? You see what you are doing. Let us look at the statement. The last thing what he is doing.
The last thing is like
There only. The line you commented. Yeah.
So yes.
You see the last part. It is calling a string of self, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what will happen? It will call the same function again, right?
Okay.
Again, it will call itself. You should have self.m.
Oh, okay.
Because you are calling same function again and again and again. Oh, you have to convert that into a string. It will not work.
Oh, okay. I got it. That is the value, right? Because this is integer. Yeah, got it.
Okay. So, coming to Siddharth.
No, I'm good. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I got
Fine.
it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay. Now we are done. What if we do 9? Does it work? It works, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
It is working.
Mm-hmm.
But suppose we want to define equal to based on our own parameter. Do you understand? We don't want to use ID. We want to use M to check whether both are equal or not. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So at the bottom, copy and paste that. And this time we are going to define equal function. So I'm copying and pasting. I'm just giving equal, getting self and value, because again it will be self and value. One, you, yourself, and value. So if self then m equal to value dot m, return true. This time it will be equal to equal to. Do you understand?
Yes.
I just copied and pasted. What does it check?
Values.
No. Are we clear?
Yes.
Now if you go and run same thing, in this case you see equal was coming false because it was deciding on ID. Now we are telling don't decide on ID, decide on M. And if you run same thing, this time it will be true.
No, it
No?
will be false. No. If we provide both of them as 10 and 10, that it will be true.
Yeah, I gave.
No, you have 10 and 9.
Sorry. If I give 10 and 10, it will be false. True. So please first run this, the previous one, make it 10 and 10. Make it 10 and 10 and check it is coming false despite they are equal. First run that previous definition, because once you load, new definition will be loaded. So you see it is false. If I run here, new definition where we decide equality on the basis of M, it is coming true. Any question, anybody?
For me, it is getting false very rare. I think I missed it. This portion actually.
Let's go and see. So can you go up, please?
Yeah.
Run. Run. Yeah. And you are giving 10, 10. Go up. Yeah, 10, 10 you are giving, it is coming. You did not write new definition. Copy and paste that cell number 35 at the bottom.
Number 35.
Above that. Second last cell. Yeah.
Cell number.
Yeah, this one copy. Whole thing copy. Whole thing you copy, please. Whole thing.
Whole class.
Okay.
Control A. Use Control A, Control C. That is much faster. Yeah.
Okay.
Copy that definition of GT and paste again. No. Don't do, Rajesh. Don't do, please.
Okay.
Don't do, please. Yeah. Copy that definition of GT and paste there again.
GT, we already pasted, right?
Whole definition of GT.
No, we need to create one more function.
Scroll
Define one more
down.
function, Rajesh.
Rajesh,
So
don't go there. Yeah.
I'll just copy this.
Copy.
Define again.
Paste. Yeah. Change that to EQ. Greater than to EQ. Yeah. And where in line number 24, please give equal to. And give a space if you're not giving at your cost. I know this is major source of bug. So keep your code clean. Okay. Now run it. And copy and paste the cell where you were calling that whole cell. Come down, paste, run.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So what we are getting is, remember that we overrode a function. So we have overridden 3 functions. Do you see? Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes.
So you can write any function. So let us just check what are the things we have. My first class is there, and if I type dir, what things I have? You see what things I have?
All the default ones.
All the default one.
Yep.
And if I type dir of object1, what I have?
We'll have.
Only thing difference is m, right? Some
Yes.
other things will be there. Otherwise, everything is fine. Are you clear?
Yep.
We can do a lot of things. Okay. We could have done hash code, iterator, etc. At this point of time, I do not want to spend a lot of time. But you understand you can write a basic class, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I
Clear?
have a question here.
Yeah, please.
Related to how we are, defining our class and all. So this file, we are creating the same class name multiple time with different methods and all these things. So going in the actual scenario, when we are going to create classes or create the packages and all, because Python is not giving any error here, because if I create the same class multiple times.
Hold on. There are two things. One thing is, like suppose you were doing Java, okay? So you wrote in one cell and compiled it. Java, it is not possible, but C, it is possible. Java also has a Python kernel, so IPython kernel, so you can write Java code also. In fact, I must be having that in local. I'll try to show you tomorrow. It works with very limited things. So what happens that these they are designed to convert something into a scripting. So one cell you run, what happens? My first class object is created in memory. Class is created, class prototype is created in memory. As soon as you run again, that prototype is updated.
Okay.
It is compiled and the old one is replaced. That is why I told you, you see here, I'm running this. I go back and now I ran the old one. Okay. I'm running this one where equal is not written, right?
Yes.
Run it and I come back and run the last one. Run the last one. What happens? It will give me according to the ID. So whenever you run a cell, whatever is inside that is updated in runtime environment. So as soon as you have written second time, it is gone. Do you understand? If you write something like this in a normal Java, C# or say C++ environment, it will complain to you that I have got 2 source files, right?
Yeah.
Because it collects and then decides interdependency, etc. In Python, it doesn't do. One block, it is able to see. It will start doing this block. Okay? So it identifies this block starts here, this block ends here. So it will load a whole source code. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then it will start compiling. It will find this is the block. So it will start compiling this. Inside that, this will find it is blocked, it will compile. It will not wait for a whole thing to compile. That is why you will see half the things are working, half the things are not working.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Unlike Java, etc., they do sanity check at compile time.
Yeah.
Python doesn't do. Python doesn't do compile time sanity check. Okay? It interprets. Even if you write something wrong, some class you have inherited which doesn't exist, sometimes you will see it is working. So the thing is that interpreted language is very different from compiled language. And this is interpreted language. So what happens, as many times you do, it doesn't bother. In fact, that is the next thing I was going to show you. So why not do one thing? Let us copy the same last method you wrote. Last method you wrote. Okay? And copy and paste this. And what you do is try to do a string again. Okay? It is error. Let us see whether it is working or not.
Works.
Did it compile?
Yeah.
Yes or no? And I need
Mm-hmm.
only print, so I'm going with only print. Because print calls a string. Remember, print calls a string.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying. I did this. I did this. What is happening?
Yeah. The second one, yeah, supersedes
So
the
what
previous one.
happened while compiling? It found out first. It compiled.
Mm-hmm.
Then it found out second. It compiled that also.
Mm-hmm.
But it is exactly same as earlier one. So it will overwrite there. Overwrite there.
Mm-hmm.
You got it? If you write same thing in Java or C++, it will give you error. Right? Why it will give error? There it collects all the things and then decides how to proceed. Dependency is marked before compilation starts. Right? In this case, it doesn't even bother. So suppose I wrote a class name which doesn't exist, I never call that code anywhere, you will not even know that you have created a bug. Did you get my point? Because that was never called. So that never came into Excel. Are we clear?
Yes.
And that is why sometimes why I still love Java. Because that gives me I was never big fan of agile methodology. I always told agile as anarchy. As long as it is good, it is fine. Something goes wrong, nobody is to be blamed. Everybody has an excuse. The owners have an excuse, the sprint master has an excuse, the implementation team has an excuse, QA team, everybody has an excuse in agile. Nobody is to be blamed. Because everybody knows that it is a lot of moving parts and nothing is fixed. So that is why you are using agile. Anything can go wrong. If you were so sure, you will use waterfall, right?
Yeah.
Here everything is agile. But that gives you great advantage also. You can work with the pieces which are correct, like HTML, CS, etc. If you write something, so in this, suppose I write a cell, say print hello, print print. You see, if I run, first will work. Something went wrong, so it was giving syntax error, but okay, try to compile these both, but generally it works. I'll have to find another solution. It is not working, but what happens? See, I'm trying to do, hold on, I'm trying to do print x. What happened? You see, what does it say? First line, it did not give me error, right?
Yeah.
Second line, it was not able to do, because first line is a separate block, it did. Second line is separate block, it did. And if you write this in any compiled language, compilation first, right?
Yeah.
It will find that x is not there, and it will not allow you to proceed. See, we have created a website. I want to show you people that website. Okay, this website is something very different. Okay, Ellipsa and all are working on this. They will create the website, they will deploy their machine learning model and prototypes, etc. on this. Okay, in this website, I'm taking data from X place, passing to another layer, passing to third layer, and then displaying it. So let us assume that I have written this in Python. So data is in Python. That is transferred over HTTP, and then it gets to PHP. So PHP, what does it do? Gets that HTTP stream and converts into PHP data, right? PHP sends it to browser. Browser gets it as a HTTP stream, and then JavaScript converts into JavaScript data, right? Are you getting it or not? Suppose I submit some form on this. If I submit this form, what happens? This data is converted into data by JavaScript, because I use jQuery or something, my own JavaScript, to convert this into data and submit. So JavaScript reads this form and converts into data, converts into HTTP stream, sends to PHP, and PHP then converts that into again HTTP stream and sends to Python. And I need Python database. Remove Python to Java, and believe me, it was nightmare for us. Every line of code was failing. Java would tell that, look, this data type is incorrect. This data type we cannot recognize. Okay, it was horrible case. In Python, I don't even bother. Why I don't bother? Simply because of this. Because as long as it can transfer something into any format, it will work. Do you understand?
Okay.
So if I give a string, I want to convert into integer, it can be converted into integer, fine, right? Suppose I gave enumerated object and it is like a string, it will work, right? In Java, it will not work. It will simply refuse to do. But where I miss that Java, suppose I want to enforce a rule. I want to say, no, you must do with this object data type only, and there I fail. Okay, so let us go and find out what I'm talking. So are you people clear about this, or in doubt you have? Can we copy this to next cell and remove everything else? Okay, remove everything else except the init function, leave init function, copy a new cell, init function, and leave the equal. Okay, and then try. Okay, we have this one, only this much. and you run it and go back and see the code where you tried to do, copy and paste from here. Okay, so object 1, object 2, I'm not typing, I'm just interested in this one, whether object 1 is equal to object 2. True. Please run. You should have only this much.
Yes.
Are we clear?
Mhm.
Yes or no? But
Yes.
suppose I give object 2 equal to 10. What happens?
It is directly passing value to the object. It won't have any member variable.
Okay. So object 2 equal to, I give something like a dictionary. Okay. And I give m equal to 10. Sorry. What does it say?
Dictionary has no attribute m.
Okay. So something I want to do where I can give the value. Okay. So what should I do? Okay. Let me try x dot m equal to 20. Something is not working. Okay. So what I will do, I'm going to do another thing. I'm going to create another class. Okay. Here I'm going to create another class. My class 2. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm creating an object of class 2. Can you people do this? I just copied my class 2 and removed everything else. I don't want anything else. And object 1 is off object 1 and object 2 is off object 2. I was stupid. I could have created object. Oh, you don't need to create. Let me see. Or that doesn't work. Okay, fine. Leave that. You do this way only. That should work. I don't have time to experiment.
Object 2 equal to object 1. Just that.
So we have from 2 different classes, right?
Mhm.
Still equal to? Still equal to? Yes or no? Have you people written?
Yeah, it's working. It's coming true.
Yeah. Now look, suppose you are.
For one question, for all the
Yeah.
member functions in the class, we can define functions without underscore also, right? And just asking. Only the overridden, only the built-in functions we need to use underscore. Apart from that, we
Oh,
can create any other function.
you should give all the functions without underscore if you want others to use. outside class.
Sorry, can you come again?
Double underscore is reserved for system and libraries.
Okay.
Single underscore private functions which you do or members you do not want others to use.
Okay.
And
It's
without
kind of private.
yeah, private.
Okay. But without underscore is like our user defined.
Public
Okay.
function or member.
But,
So
but
it is
double
what
underscore can be viewed by anybody.
anything can be used by anybody. You shouldn't use unless you are creating a library.
Okay.
You are creating library for public consumption, right? Other people will use it. Then
Yeah,
use.
yeah. Right.
Okay. Now here, suppose you are a immigration authority on some airport, BG airport. Okay. Now, what happens that a guy comes with a passport. His all details resemble to another person with another passport from another country. And he is suspected guy. Will you detain him or not? Look,
Yes.
his passport details are similar. Photo is similar, identification similar, age similar, gender similar. But his passport is one from say UK, another from Spain. The database you have is UK and he presented a Spain passport. Will you detain him or not?
Yes, because they do not match.
Because a lot of things match and that is why you will detain him. It might be having a fraudulent passport or he might be holding dual passport, right?
Yeah.
In this case, it is justified. Yes or no? Justified?
Mhm.
There is a movie called Adalat by Amitabh Bachchan. Adalat means court. And there are two characters in that movie. The characters are played by Amitabh Bachchan and Sasi Kapoor. What they do, their job is to stay outside the court and anybody needs a witness, they will go and stand in witness box as their witness. Do you understand? That was their daily wages. They wouldn't even know about the cases. So Amitabh Bachchan is called in a case, and lawyers also know that they are false witnesses. Judge also knows. But they come to witness box, so they have to play by rule of law. So Amitabh Bachchan comes to the witness box and he's asked, अच्छा आप फन्ने खां के बारे में क्या जानते हैं? अरे साहब फन्ने खां, Rajesh and Siddharth, you understand little bit Hindi, right?
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So अरे साहब फन्ने खां क्या चीज है, इतना मोटा तगड़ा कि आप देखते इतना बड़ा, and he raises his hand above his head as much as he can stretch his hand. इतना बड़ा कि आप ऐसे देखें, आंख उठा के देखें और देखते ही आप डर जाएंगे. Okay, so the opposition lawyer says, "My lord, you see, this guy doesn't know Fanne Khan. He doesn't even know that Fanne Khan was not a human being. It was a cock." Do you understand?
Mhm.
So Amitabh Bachchan says, "My lord, वकील साहब ने मुझे मौका कैसे दिया? कहाँ दिया? मैंने तो अभी तक एक ही हाथ उठाया था." And he takes second hand and closes the gap to between two hands to say 1 feet and says फन्ने खां इतना बड़ा था. Do you understand?
Mhm.
What does he do? He raised one hand so that he is himself 6 feet plus. His hand stretches so 7 feet. फन्ने खां, a cock cannot be 7 feet. So opposition lawyer catches him and then he says that look, the opposition lawyer did not give me opportunity to put my second hand, and then he adjusts second hand and gets the length right. Anyway, what I was trying to tell you with this, that there was a problem of Fanne Khan, who was a human being or a cock, right? Here we are comparing two objects, and suppose we want to ensure that this is from same class. Should it match or shouldn't it match? If our objective is that both objects should be from same class, this result is acceptable or not acceptable. Hi guys, see,
Yep.
object 1 and object 2 are from same class or not? Hello?
Different class there.
Different class.
Yeah.
Different
And
class.
what is our business requirement? They should be from same class, right?
Right. Yeah.
So this result is unacceptable to us, right?
Yes.
So we are going to modify our code. If type of self dot self is not equal to type of value, will return false. Are we clear?
Mm-hmm.
We can add some print statement also, though not needed. Print type mismatch. If you add this and run, what is happening? Please let me know. You don't need to write print. It is just that if you write print, it will show you why it returned true or false. If you run, what you are getting now?
It's coming false.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming false. Yeah.
This one automatically comes in Java, etc. And I missed that. Okay. But this is also a region that conversion is so difficult in Java. In fact, I find it easier to convert in Python, C++. Okay. I was trying to write some new model in C++, and I had to convert those in tensors, and it was so easy. Believe me, first time I felt that C++ can be easier to Java. So, because generally in C++, C or C++, you have to write a lot of code to get even basic things. Suppose you want to create a GUI, it is nightmare. It is not that you cannot create, but there is a problem. Anyway, so we are clear about this, or any doubt anybody has?
Before we added this type,
Yeah.
before we added this type condition, right? So
Mhm.
both objects were equal.
Yeah,
So
because
their reference address was same. So how?
no, reference address was different. You see, if you want to
Then why it
check,
came equal?
so you gave the condition. You told that please don't check ID. What you told?
Got it. Yeah.
You are not interested in ID. You are interested in
Sure. Yeah, member value.
by default object checks only ID.
Yeah, got it.
Right?
Yeah.
You overrode that I want this.
Yeah, got it.
Suppose there is machine learning problem. Invoice matching is there. Okay. So let me define this. If this difference absolute of this is less than 10, I'll say they are matching. Do you understand? Did you get my point?
Mhm.
What I did? What I did? Somebody is 24 years, 3 months, 5 days. And somebody is 24 years, 3 months and 10 days. Will you say they are of same age?
No.
No? What do we say? Right? If you are doing mathematical computation, you will say, no, 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 they are different. But if you are looking at them and you say, they are of same age, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Right? A guy who was training with us, he was a SAP consultant. So he brought some problems of invoice mismatch. So I was helping him. So let's assume that you gave an order for 100 quantities of something at the rate of $10 per piece. Do you understand? Did you get my point? You gave order of 100 pieces for $10 a piece.
Mhm.
When you received the consignment, you get 90 items at the rate of $898 total. Sorry, yeah, 898. Are those matching or not? Did you get my point? You ordered for 100 items at 10 a piece.
Mhm. 1,000.
You received
Mhm.
90 items for $898. Should you say invoice is matching or not matching?
Not matching.
Then you will be kicked out of finance.
Because
They
it's
are within,
$10 per piece, right?
yeah, so 900, right?
Yes.
If somebody charges you 898, it is okay or not?
Not.
Okay. Oh, that way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somebody charges you 901, then it is okay or not?
It's not okay. Yeah. If 901 is not okay. Yeah.
It is okay. It is not a big fuss, right?
Right. Yeah.
If the price is $899 and he charges you $900 because there is no change, it's okay.
Mhm.
So tolerance is very important, and what I did, I told that if two values of m are within range of 10, mark it as true, equal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Did you get my point?
Yeah.
So depending on how I want equality to behave, I can change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes or no? If you are looking two boys, 25 years, 3 months, 4 days, and 25 years, 3 months, 10 days, what you will say? Without asking their age, you can say, oh, they are of same age, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
But there is 5 days difference. So how you define your function, it is up to you, right?
Yeah.
Are we clear? Whether you want type or not, it is up to you. Suppose you are doing type conversion, okay? Let's look at this. X equal to 2 and y equal to 2.0. What do you expect x equal to y?
False.
True.
Really?
In real
No,
scenario,
no,
it
it's
should be.
If you say false, then you know most of programs you cannot write. because
Yeah,
you have to be very sure whether float is coming or integer is coming. And auto type casting will not work at all, right?
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
So in these cases, what does it do? It ignores the class and checks the value is correct or not.
Yeah.
Right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So depending on what you are doing, you will override your function like that. Any question, anybody else?
No.
Okay. So I have 15 minutes. So I will try to do something else. So what you people are going to do, you copy this one and go to create a new file, new one. Okay, new Python 3 and make that 008002.
Thakur, today I will be leaving in 15 minutes because
Okay.
I have a meeting at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so what we can do, we can stop here and we can do next step. What I'm going to do, I'll tell you. Remember that we had positional arguments, n number of arguments. Here we have given a named argument, x we gave and x we collected, right?
Yeah.
I want to give a star args and a star argv. Do you understand? Remember that in function we did. So if you will get chance, please go back and see. Otherwise, we will revise again. Okay?
Okay.
That I will talk. So we will talk next day. Let Rajesh go. If you will have any question, I will be ready to answer. Otherwise, I will also say thank you very much. I'll enjoy 15 minutes.
No, we can continue until 10. Not a problem. So we will leave by 10 itself. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So what you do, you people do is, please go and copy this one.
Okay.
And create a new cell. Okay. And write dynamic class attributes. Dynamic class attributes. And paste there. And remove this one, we don't need. Oh, sorry, from there you have to bring a string method. Bring that a string method. And remove this second class, we don't need. So you should be, something went wrong. Oh, sorry. You should have like this.
Init string, okay.
Everybody should be having this. I'm giving you a code in your. Okay. So let us change this to name. Here, name. So we are giving name. So object 1 equal to my first class, and inside we will give name. Object -1 or anything you can do. And we are going to print that. Sorry, here it should be name. Something went wrong. Yep. So I'm sorry I gave you wrong code. So I'm giving you code again. You can copy and paste. And second part is quite straightforward, so you can write yours. And once you have ran, please copy that below and let us start writing. Are you all clear?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm giving star star. Okay. We can give any name. I'm giving argument vector, argument vector.
Okay.
Right? Clear? And here I'm adding. What I'm adding? argv type. I want to check type. Okay. So what I will say? Type of argv. Can you people write this? I want to make sure that you do that. And copy and paste this part here itself, below this, so that you don't have to run in second cell. Copy and paste this part at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Can you people run this and see it? Something went wrong.
Not
Argument V
defined.
is not defined because we did not pass. So we will check first. What we'll do, if we check like this, right?
Should be not equal to null.
Yeah. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry. Sorry, guys. We cannot call there. So can you remove that line and please print here. Simply print type of argv. Sorry, because that is not in that context, so it will not come. So please put there only. I'm sorry. And argv, you will see what is that.
The dictionary.
Okay, so you know how to print that dictionary. So let us do for key value in dot items. If you people remember, fine. Otherwise, you can see there. I'm removing that type. We know now that type is what is called dictionary,
Dictionary.
and we are printing print x comma y. Sorry, k comma v. We did not give, so it is not coming. Right? So I'm giving something called age equal to 10, nation equal to say ABC, okay, something. Can you people try and see it is coming or not? It is coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can pass any number of things, right?
Hmm.
You understand the difference between structured data and unstructured data. The structured data has well-defined structure. These are rows, these are columns. What happens? You get unexpected data. If you don't get data, you put none. But you get extra data, you don't know where to keep, right?
Hmm.
So suppose you have only table with name. Okay. So what happens? Now you see, we have done this, right? We don't know where to keep. And here we are trying to keep. So because we have only a few minutes left, I'll not experiment, but I'll just try to do. Self dot, in this, we'll try self dot k equal to v. Can you try and see it is working or not?
But we are printing after, we are putting self after print, right?
Pardon?
Yeah, but we are printing, we are providing print before self, correct?
I'm not able to get. Voice seems to be slightly. Can someone tell me what Rajesh is asking?
Yeah. The self command should have given above print, right? Self dot k equal to v.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Either you print first. Both are inside for loop, right?
Okay.
Whether you give this first or that first doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it is working correctly.
It is working correctly.
Yes.
So can we do here self dot is because now we know we passed is. Can we do?
9.
It doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
If I do k self dot k, see it works, but what does it give me?
Age equal to ABC.
Again,
Okay.
Or attributes.
this is gone, right? We got k, not age. So this doesn't work. There is something called set attribute. So can we see what is set attribute? You see, set attribute is something in Python which allows you to set value. Okay. So we will use set attribute and we will see how it works. In case of set attribute is SET without any capital, and first you give object. So our object is self. What is our key? K. What is our value? V. Do you see? Now if I try self dot age, it should work. It is working. Tomorrow we are going to see that we do not want this hard-coded. Okay? Because that also should be dynamic. At this point of time, I showed you they are working, right?
Yeah.
So we will stop here and we will talk tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Anybody has any question?
No.
Good. So we will talk tomorrow briefly about this, and we will go back and write another machine learning model, and we will see how things work differently. Okay?
Yep.
Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be changing your batch composition slightly. I will be focusing more on PyTorch, less on Keras. Both are similar. So what we will be doing, we will be writing a code on PyTorch. You will be writing on Keras. I will be writing on Keras. You will be writing on PyTorch. We will tell you how to write different things, and we will see whether PyTorch is becoming more popular these days. Okay. 2.5 years or 3 years back, PyTorch came. Keras is much older, and it is taking the world by a storm. Initially, I was very skeptical. Last 1 month, I have been doing a lot of things. So we will be doing both side by side. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.